Unit 16 Test 1. Let's listen. People are calling for information about movies. What type of movie is it? Listen and circle the correct answer. 1.
Thank you for calling Mega Movie Cineplex. In Cinema 1 today is Flowers for Joanna, an old-fashioned love story starring Gwen Pitt. She falls in love with the handsome Brian Jeffrey and you'll have to come and see what happens. Today's showtimes are 5:30, 7:40, and 9:50.
2.
The movie today in Cinema 2 is the exciting Montana Sky, set in the beautiful mountains of Montana. There are cowboys and gunfights, a lot of excitement. This movie is showing at 3:45, 5:45, and 9:30.
3.
Playing in Cinema 3 today is Trapped. This tense, fast-moving story will have you on the edge of your seat with car chases, street fights, and much more. The showtimes for today are 5:15, 7:35, and 9:40.
4.
In Cinema 4 today is a very funny film called 5 Days in Los Angeles. Chris Foster and Jennifer Lee will have you laughing so hard that your sides will hurt. This movie plays at 4:45, 8:10, and 9:50.
5.
In Cinema 5 is an almost forgotten film from 20 years ago. It's about a monster from outer space who lands on Earth and destroys a town. It is not to be missed. Playing today at 5 o'clock, 6:45, and 8 o'clock. Thank you for calling Mega Movie for all your movie needs.
2. Let's listen. People are talking about movies they saw. What did each person like the most about the movie? Listen and write the correct letter. 1. Shane.
This science fiction movie takes place 300 years in the future and is full of wonderful special effects. The actors weren't great. While the story was good for the most part, the ending was disappointing. I definitely wouldn't recommend seeing it.
2. Monica.
I don't usually care for musicals, but I really enjoyed the one I saw today because the actors were wonderful, especially the lead actress. She was beautiful and a great actor, singer, and dancer. The music was a little disappointing, though. It was too loud in some parts. All in all, this movie is worth seeing. Don't miss it.
3. Annie.
If you're a fan of horror movies, you should really go see the one playing right now. The special effects aren't really that great, but the ending was fantastic. I was completely surprised. I want to go back and see the movie again.
4. Dustin.
My girlfriend made me take her to see Love Story Revisited. I thought I was going to hate it because it featured some really bad actors, but the story was so good that I really didn't notice the bad acting or the awful music. Whoever wrote the story really knew what they were doing. I highly recommend it.
5. Hannah.
I went to see a film about the famous singer Tina Lerner. The acting was okay, but what I really liked was the music. It was so powerful, and the singers and musicians were so amazing. I went straight to the music store afterward and bought the soundtrack. If you like great music, you should see this movie.
Unit 17 Test 1. Let's listen. People are talking about fears. What caused each person to have the fear? Listen and circle the correct answer. 1.
What's that thing on the wall? Is it a spider?
It sure looks like one. Why?
I hate spiders. When I was growing up, our house was full of spiders. They got in my hair, in my shoes, in everything.
They're not dangerous, you know. In fact, most are very helpful. They eat annoying insects.
I don't care. I can't stand them. Could you kill it, please?
No, but I'll put it outside so it won't bother you. There you go, little fella.
2,
Are you going to Trent's pool party?
Yes, but I won't go near the water.
Why not?
I can't swim. Water makes me really nervous.
Why don't you take swimming lessons? Then you would be less nervous.
I tried that once, but as soon as I got in the pool, I sank to the bottom, and the instructor had to rescue me. It was so embarrassing and terrifying that I never tried again.
Wow, you really do have a serious problem.
3,
I know you'll think this is silly, but the one thing that really frightens me is bats. I saw a movie once where bats attacked people at night.
No, it's not silly. I used to be afraid of bats.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, but then I saw them asleep at the zoo, and they looked kind of cute.
Really? Will you take me to the zoo?
4,
Oh my goodness! What was that?
Just a garter snake. They're harmless. Since when have you been afraid of snakes?
Since I almost got bit by a rattlesnake in the Grand Canyon. Oh, I'm so scared. I need to sit down.
Here you go. Take it easy now.
5,
I've never been afraid of anything. Not mice, or snakes, or spiders, or anything. Not until I lived on a little island in the Pacific. There were so many lizards.
Really?
Really. And they attacked people. They would crawl into people's houses, especially at night. One time, I was sleeping, and a lizard...
Stop it! That's disgusting! You're not serious, are you?
2, Let's listen. A man is talking about his fear. Are these statements true or false? Listen and check the correct answer.
I know this is really strange, but I have a fear of being in small places. I think it came from one time when I was a little kid. I was camping with my family and somehow, during the night, I got turned around in my sleeping bag. I woke up in this hot, dark, small space and started trying to find the opening. No matter which way I went, I couldn't find it. I got really scared and started crying. Then my mom reached in and pulled me out of the bottom of the sleeping bag. She thought I just had a bad dream. I was too embarrassed to tell her the truth. Ever since then, really small, tight spaces really frighten me.
Unit 18 Test 1. Let's listen. Hannah is listening to messages on her voicemail. Why is each person calling? Listen and circle the correct answer. 1,
Hi, Hannah. This is Sandra at Dr. Kelly's office. We're calling to remind you about your dental appointment on Wednesday at 3:45. Please call us back at 883-5493 before 5 o'clock to let us know if you can still make the appointment.
2,
Hi, Hannah. It's Jeff calling. There's a new science fiction movie playing at Cineplex 18 this weekend. I was wondering if you'd like to go with me. We could go out for dinner afterwards. Give me a call back at 572-3986.
3,
Hello, I'm calling for Hannah. This is Campo's bookstore. The book you ordered has arrived. Please call me back at 441-9924.
4,
Hey, Hannah. This is Kate calling. I need some help with the English homework. I can't think of anything to write. Can you call me back tonight? I really need your help. I'm sure you know my number, but just in case, it's 385-2118.
5,
Hi, Hannah. It's Sherry. Too bad I missed you in class today. I can't play tennis with you tomorrow because my car is being fixed, and it won't be ready for another 3 days. Call me at 729-3579 so we can set another date. Next week is good for me. Bye.
2. Let's listen. Listen to the message. Complete the information.
Hello, this is Mary from Country Farm Insurance, leaving a message for Bill. I have the price for your car insurance. Give me a call at 654-9 9389 between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock this evening. Again, that's 654-9389.
Unit 19 Test 1. Let's listen. A tour guide is describing her city. Listen and number the items in the tour from 1 to 5 in the order they will take place.
Today's bus tour will take us all over this great city. First, we'll go to the Art Museum, which has an impressive collection of modern paintings. Before we leave, you'll have a chance to buy some postcards and art books at the gift shop. Then we'll take an elevator to the top of the city's tallest building. You'll have an amazing view of the entire city. Be sure to bring your cameras. Afterwards, we'll have a light lunch at a restaurant near the river. The tour will end at the City Mall, which is full of wonderful stores and little cafes. I highly recommend buying pottery and jewelry there. It is some of the finest in the world.
2. Let's listen. A woman is talking about a tour she took. Are these statements true or false? Listen and check the correct answer.
What did you do today?
We took a wonderful tour of the city this morning. We visited a lot of different places, the city zoo, the waterfront, and a small history museum. I'm really tired now, but I'm glad I went. All the places we visited were interesting.
Wow, that's quite a tour. Was it expensive?
No, it wasn't.
Did you eat on the trip?
Yes, we did. Actually, the food was the only thing I really didn't like. I wanted to go to a restaurant to try local food, but they took us to a fast food restaurant.
That's too bad. Was the tour guide helpful?
Yes, very. She told us about some great places to buy souvenirs and gave us really interesting historical information about all the places we visited.
Unit 20 Test 1. Let's listen. People are asking questions in an airport. Where does each person need to go? Listen and circle the correct answer. 1.
Excuse me, do you know where I can buy some magazines?
2.
Can you tell me where I can pick up my suitcases?
3.
Excuse me, where can I meet someone who is arriving on Flight 66?
4.
I need some help. Can you tell me where I can change some money?
5.
I'm in the wrong terminal. How do I get to the international terminal?
2. Let's listen. Samantha is talking about the new airport in her city. What is she pleased or not pleased about? Listen and check the correct answer.
Our new airport just opened and it's really wonderful. It's very close to town, which is great. It's about a 15-minute taxi ride. Or, if you're staying in a hotel, you can take a free shuttle bus. The building is very modern, with lots of glass everywhere. It is very exciting just to stand inside this huge building and watch airplanes take off and touch down all around you. And they have lots of cafes and restaurants and bookstores. And restrooms, too. You never have to wait in line to use the restroom. Check-in still takes a while. I guess it does everywhere. You do have to stand in line and wait for them to check your bags and look at your boarding pass. There are never enough people working at the check-in counters. And parking is still a problem. There aren't enough spaces, and it's very expensive. It's better to just take a taxi or a bus to the airport and leave your car at home.